Alex Car Doctor. Welcome back to my channel, good people. Back with another car review video so I can attempt to try to save you time, headache, and money. All right, today's patience. I have two 2015 Chrysler 200s. This one here has the 3.6 famous PENTASTAR, which, like I always tell you guys, I may name my channel that. This one has the 2.4 4-cylinder. These only lasted one generation from, correction, it was actually two generations of the Chrysler 200. The first generation was from 2010 through 2014. The second gen, which I'm talking about in this video, is from 15 through 17. It was just so short-lived, I thought it was just one generation. All right, back to the video, guys. 2011 on up to 2017, meaning you can get them back in 2010, you know, and I think they ended in 2016, which you can get to 17. Hopefully you know how that works. But I'm not gonna go big into that. Let me go ahead and pop the hoods now so I can get right into this thing. All right, guys, got the hoods up. Like I mentioned before, these are discontinued, and quite frankly, I think they did you guys a favor. We're gonna start with the infamous 3.6 PENTASTAR. If you guys didn't know, cars come with different engines and they have their own different problems. So if you're tired of your Chrysler 200 giving you all these problems and you decide, oh, I'm gonna go with a Chrysler 300 or a Dodge Charger, well, guess what? This engine is found in those too. Or I'm gonna go with a Wrangler, Jeep Wrangler. They can't have this engine. Well, guess what? Yes, they do. These engines are found in a wide variety of Chrysler products. That's Dodge, Ram, Chrysler,
Jeep.
Yes, I almost messed it up. Oh man, I know I'm not getting it down pat. Boom, 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 boom. But guys, that's I'm gonna kick it off with the most common issue with these cars. Let me pull up this cover if I can. Ooh, it's a little rough. The oil cooler. Now, before I get into that, this is my top problems that I see in my shop. This is not like a top 10, top 5, and you know, the common issues. And no, and this is not a car review meaning, oh yeah, this car drives comfortable and you know, oh look how good it looks. No, I'm not the channel for that. My main focus is to teach you guys about the problems you may have and how to fix them, and well, I guess how to stay away from them too if you're planning on buying this type of car. So that's my main goal here. It's not to talk about how it drives, because car is gonna drive how it drives. That's not important if you're on the side of the road. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna kick this off with the famous oil cooler issue. These oil coolers, and this is how it looks when it's not buried. As you can see, you can only see a portion of it, and this is where the oil filter goes. Part sticking out. So under the intake, in the main valley of the engine where all that heat is, they decide they want to make the oil cooler out of plastic for some odd reason. And plastic, in my opinion, don't hold up well to heat. It will warp. It will get brittle. They will start leaking oil. They will bust, causing blown head gaskets. If you go back through my channel, you see this all over my channel. So I'm gonna put this back in the tray.
And we just did an oil cooler on a Chrysler 300 yesterday. That's where that one came from.
So my solution for that problem, and I'm gonna put it down in this description, right?
Yes.
Description somewhere, is a Dorman aluminum oil cooler. You can find them on Amazon. That's what I prefer. If I had to put my wife in this car, that would be the first thing I do. I wouldn't wait for it to fail. The next issues that I see out of these cars are ignition coils. The ignition coils are so famous for for going out. You're supposed to change your plugs every 100,000 miles, and sometimes they don't even make it up to 100,000 miles. You will get a cylinder misfire code, and the check engine light will start blinking, right? So if you see a check engine light flashing at you, that's a misfire. And it always boils down to ignition coils or bad injectors. The way that I do it in my shop, anytime I do a tune-up on it, I always recommend at least 3 coils. So the first 3 coils are under the intake manifold. Yes, you have to pull up the intake manifold to get to the spark plugs and coils. So I won't let my customers leave my shop without at least getting 3 coils. The other 3 coils are on this side, and you can just change it with your eyes closed. Well, you can't see, you have to take off the intake, but you get the idea. So it's really nowhere to prevent that. It just kind of keep up with your maintenance, guys, and hopefully you don't find yourself on side of the road.
And by the way, we just did the oil cooler on this one.
Oh yeah, this is my brother's car, by the way.
Yeah, and he made him do his own oil cooler, and I'll put a link up on the screen. So
the next issue that I see out of the PENTASTARs are the infamous tick. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Let me pause it real quick, and I'm gonna come back with some parts so I can show them what kind of failed. All right, good people, I got some parts for you. I've worked on these engines so much, I got PENTASTAR parts all over the place. This is a lifter. Sometimes the lifter will collapse, causing the tick, and sometimes the roller rocker, it's like a roller rocker assembly. This roller bearing in here the needles will fall out, causing this to have play, and that'll cause tick. But when this actually goes out, because this rides on the cam, this will score up your cam, damaging your cam, costing you even more money. So if you're having some type of tick, oh, I missed the trash can. I'll get it later. If you're having some type of tick, do not wait. Get it seen about right away. Now, how can you avoid that? You may ask. Use full synthetic oil and what the dealership recommends. 5W20. Come on, there you go. That's the only thing I can say. Use great quality oil. Stay away from some of these quick lube places because sometimes they'll just put whatever in your car. All right, guys, right on to the next one. Oh my gosh, this is a doozy. And this has been following Chrysler before they turned into Fiat. Yes, Chrysler sold it to Fiat and it just went downhill even more. Now they're like Stellantis or something. I still don't see a bright future for it, but that's just my opinion. Electrical problems. Man, these things have so many electrical problems. For one, they put the computer right under the hood next to the engine, the heat, all this heat. You know anything about computers? Computers like to be cool. Take your computer at home, for example. They have fans and stuff trying to pull the heat away from them. But this don't have no fan. It's right under the engine bay. So that's gonna cause all kind of issues right there. I had a quick story. We had this Chrysler, what was it? I think you remember.
Was it Sebring?
Yes, it was a Sebring. Beautiful car. The computer sat right back here, you know, where all the hot stuff is. And after driving it about 20 minutes, the transmission will just go out and it'll go into limp mode. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I finally figured it out. It was the computer. The computer was getting so hot, it caused something to flip out in the inside. And how I actually found out, I took the backing plate off the computer. It exposes all the electronics, of course, and you can't leave it like that. I ended up replacing the computer, but for testing purposes, I took the backing plate off, drove around, no more problems because it was able to expel all that heat. But yeah, computer issues. My brother had an issue where the odometer was blinking. I think the dealership had to replace the radio and some other stuff. The electrical issues go down the list. Last but not least on this model is transmission failure. Now, I'm no transmission expert, and apparently I'm not an expert at putting back on engine covers. All right, transmission failure. I don't really know what goes on, and the only way you can prevent that is good people just change your transmission fluid. This is like your engine oil. If you don't change your engine oil, guess what? You're gonna be looking at an engine real quick. Same with the transmission. Just change it every 30 or 40,000 miles.
According to whatever intervals are in your manuals.
Yep.
If you do not have one, order one. Google it. It's free, people. Get on there and get those manuals. Quick question I had, because that's what's wrong with this. He need a transmission, correct?
Yeah, we trying to do the fluid first.
And if
Because
that
I always
doesn't
try
work-
the simple thing first before just jumping right into it. Oh, you need a transmission.
So-
I think it flips out on him sometime and he can't get it out of gear. I don't know.
Quick
It's
question,
doing
because
something.
he's had just about all of these problems already, right? Your
Yes.
brother. How many miles are on this thing?
Let's see. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Come on. 127. Oh my gosh. 127. See, can you zoom in on it?
Got it. And the thing's still new, y'all. I mean, it still smells new. Interesting.
Ridiculous. Guys, I think these manufacturers, I'm talking about all manufacturers at this point, are designing these cars to fail. If you look back through all my videos, I work on a lot of problematic newer vehicles. That's Cadillac Escalades, that's GM with their little 4-cylinders with the timing issues. I kind of digress, but you get my point. They don't make cars like they used to. They used to make them to last. The best engine in Chrysler engine
History.
was the 4-liter inline 6 that they had. They had that engine for decades. It went way back. Guess what they decided to do? Discontinue it. The reason being, I think, because they weren't making no money off of it.
I don't know.
Dealers don't make money selling cars. They make money fixing them. So, I think I pretty much covered all that.
Yeah, comment below if you guys know any other problems. We're just putting the most common ones that we see here in the shop. But of course, that's not even all. It's
No.
gonna have other problems too. If you own this vehicle, feel free to comment below.
All right, moving on. This little baby. I just did an engine.
This one
Oh
is
no, it's the same engine that's on that Dodge Dart over there.
we just put an engine in this one.
Dang, we sure did.
Yes, we did.
Man.
So-
and it's back in the shop. How about that?
Right.
Oh,
Not for something we did.
no.
He has other issues.
Electrical problems.
Yeah. So this is the
This is the 2.4, I say worldwide engine, because Fiat is, you see this engine in a lot of stuff. Somebody down there who expert of where all this engine can be found in, besides, the Chrysler products here, let me know, like Fiat or whatever Fiat that's found in, or whatever the case may be. Right down in the comments. All right, guys, this one is a little bit better, I say. It's a lot better to maintain. As you can see, you can clearly get to the, spark plugs. You just take up this intake tube right here, and you see all 4 spark plugs. A lot easier to maintain. But with this engine, I've seen problems out of this vacuum pump. Now, the vacuum pump is for the brake system. You have this vacuum line, and it runs to the brake booster. And this vacuum pump will give issues causing no power brakes. The brake pedal will be real hard, and it has a fail safe. The ABS pump will kick in, and it'll feel real funny. That's just the fail safe.
Oh, so wait, this is the same engine as that right there?
Same
Oh,
engine.
we got a video on that one. So you can see the catastrophic damage that could cause.
Yeah,
I'll put that link up here too.
Oh my God, we got a lot of links with these cars. Pretty much almost the same issues as the other 200 with the 3.6. As you see, the computer is underneath the hood. I've already talked about that. Let me show you the light blinking, the mileage, and we'll get the mileage on this one too. I'm just
You
gonna,
want to hold it?
I think I may need the
Keys?
key. No, I got the keys. I may need to jump it off because the battery is dead.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and crank this one up. I'm gonna go find my junk box wherever that is. I think Dominic grabbed it. So
It's back in here though for a starter. Tell them
no
why. It's
alternator.
alternator, okay.
So, real quick, the alternator went out on this vehicle, and it was really flipping out. It actually destroyed the battery. So the voltage was fluctuating between 10 volts, and it was spiking up to 20 volts. So looking at the codes, because it threw check engine light code, it said system voltage too low, system voltage too high. So I thought that was kind of funny. But your battery is not designed to take 20 something volts. It completely destroyed the battery. I tried to recharge it for him. It did not come back to life. Yeah. So
Could not resuscitate.
Yes. Flat line. In other words. Oh, tripping over the
Yeah, diesel girl.
So let me go show them the mileage on this vehicle, and when I come back, I'm gonna talk about the other failure points. So real quick, another Chrysler quirk that I've seen time after time, and I wanted to share with you guys. If you have a dead battery and you go in and try to start it, or keep trying to start it on a dead battery, the system will shut down. So meaning when you really get a good jump box on there and you try to push the start button and it don't do anything, it done shut down on you. So what you have to do, this one just did it to me. What you have to do is just disconnect the battery terminal and leave it off for a couple of seconds, put it back on, and it should start up. Quirky. My jump box is dead. All right, so
What's the mileage?
Yeah, let me show them the mileage.
There you go.
Oh, let me see if you can see that. 96,447. And the reason the check engine light on and all that stuff is because the battery is dead. These cars are very sensitive. As you can see, the car only has under 100,000 miles. The original reason we replaced the engine, he came in, the first thing I noticed is this line was off. So I originally thought he had a blown head gasket, did a block test, it passed the block test. It was skipping real bad, did a compression test, zero compression on one of the cylinders. I can't remember, I should have did a video on it. I'm sorry guys.
We were really busy at the time.
So it was probably something going on inside the cylinder head. The engine just had a meltdown and like, I give up, I quit, throw in the towel. Oh man, so that's maybe another one of the issues you guys are having, just skipping out of nowhere and take it in like, hey, you need an engine. So don't be surprised if that happened one day, if you have this particular engine. Some more failure points on this car is, oh man, I think I pretty much covered it all.
Does these have this particular engine transmission?
Same as that one. This one is actually having transmission problems right now. It is something that's going on with the transmission pump. I'm no transmission expert, but I do know a little something. It kind of whines and make funny noises, and sometimes it do funny stuff, the transmission do. I suggested him to take it to a transmission shop. Dealing with anybody, guys, make sure you check reviews and do your research on anybody. That's me, anybody you deal with. Bakeries, I don't know. Check reviews. Go through them actually. Just don't look, oh, they got 4 or 5 stars. Just go through them. Take a little time because it could save you some money. I do believe that's it.
What would you say to someone who already owns this car?
Use the proper oil. Try to do preventive maintenance like transmission fluid services. Man, it's a foreign car.
What
So
would
you're
you
gonna have
say
issues.
to somebody who wants to buy this car?
Stay away. Go Honda or Toyota. If you can't afford that, get a Mitsubishi Deluxe, an older model. I don't know too much about the newer ones. I don't really see them in my shop, so I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, but out of the two, it's hard because they're both good cars. I'm not knocking either one of these cars. There's just some cars you have to kind of, come on girl, you can do it. You know, you gotta talk to them. They live in machines. They came out to Earth, so yeah, I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, guys.
Yeah.
Everything you see came out of the earth some kind of way, right?
Yeah.
So
I would go with the 4-cylinder if I had to put my daughter in this car because the 4-cylinder is just easier to maintain. You don't have the complexity of a V6. Yeah, you got the power. I think that bad boy is 300 horsepower, and my brother enjoy every bit of it. You really don't need all that. You just get you a simple 4-cylinder.
If you just have to buy it and you don't have a budget for it, but I say stay away from it.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. Stay away from anything Chrysler product unless it's the 4-liter engine that's found in a wide variety of the Jeeps. And what else there was found? I think only the Jeeps. Mm-hmm. Guys, write down in the comments below if you know what else the 4-liter was found in besides Jeep products. I think that pretty much wraps up this video.
Yeah, sorry Chrysler, we ain't trying to talk about you or nothing, but these are a no-go.
Yes, big.
Bye.
Speaking of thumbs up, give me a thumbs up. Now I know that was a thumbs down on the cars, but give me a thumbs up if this video helped you any, or if you really liked it, you know, hit that super thanks button, buy your favorite mechanic a beer. I really appreciate that. Because, man, I be needing it sometimes.
With these cars.
Running this place and dealing with Chrysler products, it drives me crazy sometimes. But no, I love what I do and love talking about cars. As you can probably see, this is my passion. And I'm just sharing it with you guys. Other than that, I love you like always. I appreciate, you know, all my subscribers and all that good stuff. See you guys on the next video. Alex Car Doctor out.